Hey Fleck, give me back my book.
Let us revise all the points you have learned in this lesson, active and passive voice. A sentence has two parts, the subject and the predicate. The predicate contains the verb and the object. A sentence in which the subject is the doer of the action denoted by the verb is said to be in active voice. A sentence in which the subject does not act but is the receiver of the action is said to be in passive voice. The voice of a verb tells us whether or not the subject is the doer or the agent of the action denoted by the verb. In a sentence in the passive voice, we usually use the to be form of the verb according to the tense of the sentence with the past participle form of the verb. In a sentence in the passive voice, where the agent of the action is mentioned, we always use a preposition such as by or with after the passive verb and then mention the agent. The agent then becomes the object of the preposition. Only active transitive verbs which can have objects can be changed into passive voice. An active transitive verb may have two objects, direct and indirect. While changing a sentence with two objects to passive voice, any one of the objects can be made the subject of the passive verb. The other object that may be retained as the object of the passive verb is known as the retained object. Passive voice is generally used in writing reports, where the action done or to be done is more important than the agent.
Okay, after looking at this video, which was a kind of summary of the entire unit of active and passive voice, I will just show you how different exercises you can make for yourself and you can practice for active and passive voice. Please give a fast look at the PPT. You can see the exercise. You have a kind of MCQ. You have 4 options. A blank is given, a cake dash by grandma last night. You have to put an appropriate form of the verb make. You have 4 options and the correct one is a cake was made by grandma last night. You can practice all these blanks and you can also have change of voice in the sentence pattern. So these are the various ways in which you can practice active passive voice. That's all for the day now. Thank you.
Sandhan, All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.